Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to play a 10 plus 5 game, a training game, and I'll live commentary on this game, and we will analyze a brief analysis after the game. And the big news has also came in yesterday that Magnus will not be playing the World Championship match. So it will be Ding Liren versus Jan Nepo in 2023 World Championship match. Would be a great one. So let's find an opponent. So we have got an opponent 2202 rated from okay. So let's start with d4. We are playing with the white pieces. d4, knight f6, knight f3. I'm just going to play the London, one of my most trusted lines, bishop f4. So with white, I am not really preparing a lot of lines for the next classical tournament. With black, I am actually preparing some interesting stops here, which I have never played in a classical game. Even in a rapid game, I have never played that line actually. So I am working on that on black. Because the white piece, I'm getting quite comfortable positions, and yeah, nothing really to be worried about. So let's go c4. Yeah, kind of a queen's gambit style London system actually, because against this c6 setups, c4 is always a good move. Try to break open the center and get some space on the queen side as well with some queen b3 stops. So bishop e7, knight c3 is developing normally. Short castles, bishop d3. Yeah, just two changes from the London system, that c3 pawn is on c4 and the d2 knight is on c3. Okay, d captures c4, bishop captures c4, nothing out of the ordinary still now. Yeah, b5. This is kind of a semi-slab style ideas. Yeah, exactly. Bishop b7, short castles. This is the Miran variation of the semi-slab in some positions, but the bishop was on g5 or on d2 most of the variations. So we got a good version of the Miran. So yeah, a6, he wants to go for c5. I myself play the semi-slab a lot, so I know the ideas. So c5 is the idea, and e4 is the main idea in the semi-slab setups, but in the London setup, if it's good enough, I don't know. c5 is coming, that's for sure. So e4, c5, e5. It's a thing for sure. e4 is a thing, but knight e5 looks also interesting. Rook c1 is just a nice waiting move, because c5 then we can just take on c5. Yeah, rook c1 is a nice waiting move. I don't want to commit any pawn movements very easily. c5, I am going to just take on c5, because bishop c5 there is a knight captures b5, bishop captures e3, bishop captures e3, a captures. Yeah, but we'll get the bishop pair at the very least. Okay, knight bd7. Now we are ready for action actually. We're ready to go for e4 e5 stuffs. So let's just go. We are ready for that, because our rook is already on the c file. We are already exerting pressure there, and if c5 we can even play d5. Yeah, the semi-slab ideas. Yeah, this is transposing into a semi-slab kind of structure. Bishop on b7. This is just Miran. And now we have to find e5 or d5, which is better. So d5 is better in most of the variations, but d5, ed5, ed5. In the end, we have bishop h7. Yeah, I believe d5 is better, because yeah, d5 is supposed to be better in most of the positions. Yeah, and we can win back the pawn on h7. Ed, knight d, bishop captures d5. Then we can take on f7. Sorry about the disturbance. Yeah, so takes, e captures d5, e captures d5. Now he can take knight captures d5, knight captures d5, and if bishop is d5, then bishop captures h7. Otherwise, we can play bishop b1, defending the pawn. We can even play d6 in some positions. d6 is just trapping the bishop, so like he has to do something about it. He has to either take the pawn or plays some passive move like queen e8 or something, like that seems absurd, man. That is absurd. That's not going to happen for sure. So yeah, like knight captures d5, knight captures d5, bishop captures d5, bishop captures h7, king captures h7, queen captures d5, rook c8 maybe. Like not really a lot of things happening. Yeah, the king is completely safe there. Queen h5, just king g8, knight g5, knight f6, and everything is completely defended. Maybe some bishop g5 positions. I don't know. We can get some attack, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And plus, he has the uh, extra pawn in the queen side, so he has a majority in the queen side, so he can push through the 3-on-2 on the queen side for the endgame. So every endgame would be minus for white. So white has to win this game in the middle game or try to hold these positions in the middle game. Like if it goes to the end game, black is like better 70 to 80% of the times. So finally our opponent takes on d5, knight captures d5, knight captures d5, bishop captures d5, bishop captures h7 should be the thing, otherwise we are just a pawn down. So bishop captures h7 check, king captures h7, queen captures d5, and now knight f6. We're not going to trade the queens as I've already mentioned. So queen f5 check. And rook f2 d1 again. If g6, then queen h3 check, forcing him to go to the g8 square. Or even king g8, doesn't really matter. Rook f d8, and we have two active rooks. And all of our pieces are very much active. The only disadvantage in our position is that he has a majority on the queen side, which he can push for the endgame. But in the middle game prospect, all the white pieces have great lives, great prospects. So g6. So we can play queen h3 check, which is the way to go. Queen h3 check. King g7. King g7 just blunders on exchange, man. Bishop h6 check. Wow, what 2200 blunders on exchange. That is crazy. Queen h6 is also winning, I guess. Queen h6, king here. No, let's just take the exchange on bishop h6. Let's just take the exchange. Yeah, I'm just taking that. And now it's a much better position, I believe, a completely winning position as well. So rook f2 d1. Now it's just conversion. Yeah, like king g7 was such a bad move. King g8 has to be played. Like king g7 is not coming. I'm seeing that bishop h6, bishop h6, queen h6 is also a thing. So yeah, our opponent blunders in this game. It happens. But yeah, it's not easy to convert as well. Like yeah, we can mess up this position with million ways. So we have to play carefully. And yeah. Now he wants to complicate. He has to complicate the position somehow. Maybe queen c7. First up, though, he has to defend his queen with some queen c7 or queen e7 is also a thing. Queen e7 is a little bit better because queen h4 doesn't comes with the tempo. Queen b6 is also a thing. Nothing out of the ordinary. We can think of a rook lift, or we can think of just trading of the remaining pieces with knight e5 and knight d7. Well, let's just go in. No, knight e5, bishop d6 is kinda risky. So yeah, not allowing any counterplay is the thing we have to think about when we are up material. So we can actually play queen to g3 and start another front of attack with h4 h5 stuff. So let's just go queen g3, stopping bishop d6 as well. Knight e4 is a thing. Knight e4 is definitely a thing. Knight e4, just queen g4. Yeah, knight e4 is the thing. There can be knight f2 stops. Queen g3 is definitely not the best move, but yeah, like playable, I guess. Yeah, I don't want him to. I don't want to allow bishop d6 stops. So yeah, he's already threatening some very interesting stops on the f2 square with knight e4. So you have to be careful. You should not be allowing anything. Queen e5 is the best way to do so, I guess. Just go queen e5 and blundering a thing, I guess. Queen f2 is not a thing. Knight g4 is a thing, but knight g4 we can always play queen to d4 and defend everything, I guess. Yeah, yeah. My idea is to just go queen d4 or anything, right? Knight d4 is also a thing. Queen e2 is a thing. Queen d4, as I am realizing, queen d4 is not the best move because he can play bishop c5. So yeah, this position is not so easy to convert. Even though you're up an exchange, full exchange up, this is not an easy position to convert. It will take a little bit of time and effort as well to get to this position. Rook to e8. Rook to e8, I don't know. Queen d4, bishop c5 is my concern. And then the f2 square is so weak. And queen g5, he can go knight e4. Queen f4, still knight e4, and this is not an easy position, man. Bishop c5, queen d2, knight g4. Not easy, not easy to convert. Queen c3. Again, knight e4 is risky. Somehow he's getting a lot of play out of nowhere, which is not that good. So let's just think about this position. Bishop c5. Yeah, queen c3, knight e4. Rook e2 is also a thing. Then queen d2, knight c4, rook f1. Rook e1 can also become a thing in some positions. I don't want to allow bishop c5 with a tempo, that's the thing. So queen c3, knight e4, queen e2, bishop c5, rook f1. Yeah, seems logical, so let's just go queen c3. Rook e2, rook f1, yeah. You have to play passively, but should be fine, should be fine. Yeah, and if we can get the rook trade, then it will be completely winning. So my opponent is also thinking, yeah, like it's not an easy position to convert, even up an exchange. Yeah, knight e4, exactly. Pressuring on f2 at the same time attacking the queen. Queen c2 was my original idea. Is there any flaw in that? In c2? I don't think so. Bishop c5, rook f1 anyway. So let's just go queen to c2. Oh, knight captures f2. Wow, 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 wow. Knight captures f2 immediately blundering. Wow, wow. No, it does not end here. Bishop c5, knight d4. Knight f2 can become a thing because there is bishop c5, but then knight d4. Wow. Knight f2 is a thing? I haven't even considered that. That is crazy. That is crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that. Knight f2, queen f2, bishop c5, knight d4, rook to d8. We move the king to h1. Bishop captures, rook captures. Okay, rook d8, and he can win. He can get his pieces back. Do you have a very interesting move there as well? You have rook f1 in some positions. No, just bishop d4. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So knight f2 is a real thing. Let's see if my opponent plays that or not. No, my opponent tries to change the move order first. So he plays bishop c5. But it's very risky. It's becoming very, very risky on the f2 pawn. Yeah, rook f1 has to be played, and yeah, we are barely defending this position. This is very, very dangerous position. We're just defending, like, yeah. Yeah, we are very lucky didn't find knight f2, because knight f2, queen f2, bishop c5, knight d4, and rook d8. And he's getting back the piece with, yeah, like he's getting back the exchange as well, actually, because rook d8 we can play king h1 or something. We can play rook f1 further better. Rook f1, bishop captures d4, and yeah. So king h1 maybe, but then just bishop capture. Yeah, bishop captures, and queen d2 maybe. Only move. Bishop f6, and yeah, he will get up a pawn. Okay, my opponent is thinking, which is a good sign. So it's not easy, and yeah, I don't know. Should be a winning position, but somehow this position has become so complicated. And my opponent plays bishop to b4, trying to control the e1 square, I guess, but it already feels a step towards the wrong direction, I guess, because we can chase this bishop away with a3. Is there any other plan? Not really, so let's just chase this bishop away. Bishop b4, a3, bishop a5, or bishop c5, anything. Bishop a5 should be the thing. Bishop a5, b4, he can take en passant, en passant, b captures, sorry, c captures b3, queen captures b3. And yeah, we have relinquished the pressure a little bit, like, yeah, bishop a5. If there was no en passant, then b4 trap this bishop. But yeah, there is en passant. b4 takes, queen captures. So we are just still going to play b4 takes, queen captures. So yeah, knight d2, knight d2, there is no fork or something. And the whole point is, now we are already looking at the f7 square, so there can be some knight g5 tricks in the future, of course. So queen f6, doing something, I don't know what. Queen e3 is a thing, trying to pin this. Yeah, queen d3. Queen d3 looks very sensible, so let's just go there. Queen d3. Rook d8 is not possible because we can just take. Yeah, this bishop on a5 is really a deadly thing. Knight e2 is a threat right now. Yeah, we can play rook e1, try to trade off all the pieces. Rook e1, is there some tricks? I don't think there is any tricks. Knight c3 is always not a good idea, I guess. Yeah, rook e1, I guess rook e1 should be the way to go. Trading of the rooks, or making it a little more passive, I guess. Yeah, rook d8, of course. Yeah, queen e3, knight d5. Queen e4 is not a thing. Yeah, queen c2 seems very logical. Takes. Queen c2 seems logical, so let's just go there. Let's hope we are not blundering anything. Yeah, not easy. That's the whole point. Like with higher players or with good players, even if they blunder, they will not give up the position easily. So they would fight till the end. So knight a4, attacking the rook. Uh, yeah, we can play a lot of moves. Rook e4 is a thing. So let's just go rook e4. The whole point is we can even sack on a4 and yeah, try to equalize the position. Even rook h4 is a thing to get to the open h file for some attacking prospects, and my opponent is already down to some seconds, and yeah, knight b6 is under a lot of pressures right now. And now I want to just trade off this piece as well. Just trade the rooks away. Rook c1 is a thing, of course. But yeah, takes, queen captures. Knight c4. Rook e8 check. And then queen d4 should do the job. King h7 is a thing. So yeah, let's give a check. Rook e8 check here, and queen d4 is forcefully trading the pieces off, I guess. Is there any tricks? No, he is getting some. He's getting that pawn away. Can even look for a better way to do this. Because queen d4 takes, then he gets two pass pawn on the queen side, which can be very dangerous. We can defend that as well. With queen c1. Now a4 is also a thing. Yeah, my opponent is just under tremendous time pressure, and he might lose this on time. Bishop b6. Yeah, but it's too much, I guess. It's too much to play under time pressure. a4, and yeah, it's breaking. His position is lost, and okay, he just didn't flag. He almost got his flag down. But we just have to be careful here, not play any silly moves. Just defending the position carefully. So rook to e1. Okay, he's taking that pawn. But now we can give some checks here. King. And it blunders a mate in one. Queen h8 is mate, and finally we got a good win. And it was winning for sure, but yeah, We get this win. My opponent has played extremely well after blundering the exchange, and we'll get a brief analysis of this game. So let's get a brief analysis of the game. d4, knight f6. We are playing with the white pieces. So yeah, knight f3, d5, bishop f4. The London system, nothing out of the ordinary still now. c4, yeah, the main line, which I have actually looked at, and white is already slightly better. Slightly, not quite better actually. 0.7 plus 0.7. Bishop d3 takes, bishop captures, b5. He tried to play this on some Semislav Miran position, which I have already mentioned several times. So yeah, a6, knight e4, yeah, knight e4. Already I have made my first mistake, I guess. Rook c1. Not really a mistake, but yeah, not the best move. E4, yeah, e4. Then that's the first mistake. You can see. Already we have lost all our advantage, and now black is slightly better. I wanted to play this position in the semi-slab nature, but yeah, e4 is not the way. You have to play some a4 stuff. So e4. We have made our first mistake already. c5 and d5, and this position is already slightly better for black, but he goes to the wrong direction. Yeah. Knight captures d5 is a huge blunder from my opponent. As you can see, my inaccuracy was to play e5, but he has to play knight h4 or something, rook e8. He should not be taking this pawn. So after this, yeah, we get back our pawn. It's a nice position. Queen f5, g6 here, and king g7 is a huge blunder. It's just like, yeah, it just gives up a full exchange. Still, like, yeah, I don't think my conversion was that good. Yeah, rook e8, and look at this already. again queen e5 was such a huge blunder. Just go knight g5, queen f4. You should not be allowing that. Look at this. So I have made two blunders in this game already. One was e4 and second is queen e5. Rook e8, queen c3. Rook e2 is already much better, but knight e4 gives me a little chance to defend. Bishop h6, like, yeah. But after this, like, I was thinking if there is knight f2, but I don't think there is like this. Yeah, rook d4, yeah, exactly. So there is no knight f2, which I was frightened about. So queen e5 was a huge blunder. Here I should be playing some knight g5 or even just queen f4, just not allowing this rook to come with tempo. That's the whole point. But queen e5 was such a bad blunder by me. But still we get away with that, and after that I don't think, yeah, after rook f1 we defend this position. There's not really a whole lot, and white is already completely winning, or better for that matter. Here rook e1, just wanted to trade off the pieces. Rook e4, again rook d1, takes, knight c4, check here. Again I should have been a little more precise, but yeah, it was anyway completely winning. Takes, we give a check, and this is already over. He has to play king g8, but he blunders mate in 1, and we got this win. So before wrapping up the video, I want to go through this mistakes. So first mistake was e4, which is a conceptual error. I wanted to play this position in Semislav Miran style, but this is a completely defined position. This is a London system style position, so I should not be playing that. Instead I should have played some a4 stuffs, which, or even knight e5 or something, but not committing e4. So that was my first mistake. And the second mistake, yeah, here my opponent also blundered with taking this pawn. My opponent should be playing rook e8 or even knight h5 stuffs. So that was the mistake. And the second mistake comes after I win the exchange. Yeah, right here. I should not be allowing my opponent's pieces to get active with tempos. So this was the 2 to 3 mistakes of this game, but somehow we have managed to win this game, and my opponent blundered a little bit more. My opponent played a little more badly than me, so I got the win. I was a little more better than my opponent, so finally got the win. And I believe you guys liked this video. If you liked it, then like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the Chess Orko channel. Goodbye guys.